It's time to keep track. Here are the final stats.
Nigel, do you want to hit us with the old curse tracker?
This one
pretty heavy, right?
It is, but it's also pretty light. There's really only shit and fuck are the only curses he used. He used shit 4 times, and he used fuck 20. So, and it was usually in little spurts. Like he said, fuck like 5 or 6 times in a scene, stuff. But I mean,
like fuck off for sure.
Yeah, like right out the gate, he was sort of known as the guy cursing a lot. Yeah. So, I mean, we've got fuck is still the majority of his curses over all these films. Is that we're at 266 fucks and 525 total curses. So, I mean, that's just, he's kind of like Samuel L. Jackson, I guess. He's known for it at this point, even right from the start.
So that's all he said was shit and fuck.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, yeah. I was surprised that there was that much swearing in it too. Like you said, even with the amount of boobs and swearing, it was a fairly hard R movie, I guess, in that respect. I wasn't expecting it from a teen comedy like this.
I was not expecting the boobs at all, and the cursing. I was actually kind of like, wow, he said fuck a lot.
Yeah. So that puts it at, like I said, that was 24 for this movie and 525 total.
Runtime, this was kind of in the middle, 99 minutes. I guess it's closer to the bottom. I was afraid that this one was going to be longer than it was, because the first time I watched it, I was like, wow, this movie's really dragging. I'm not into this. And then I really enjoyed it the second time around, which is funny.
Maybe that's why it's got the staying power.
Yeah.
I had to rip off that Band-Aid.
I didn't really love it the first time, but I actually really enjoyed it the second time around. Nudity, a lot. There was 4 pairs of breasts, so 8 there, and then I counted the poster with the 1 boob hanging out. I'm not counting cartoon boobs, but I am counting any pictures of boobs. So, yeah.
No cartoon boobs.
No, like I didn't see any cracks, so there were no asses in this. There was like side cheeks, but no actual asses. So it was all breasts in this 80s exploitation movie. Teenage girls, makes sense. So that brings us up to 35 total breasts over our 27 films at this point.
I wonder if we'll end up odd or even by the end.
Yeah. This was all set in Los Angeles area here. So San Fernando Valley, Hollywood. Quick shot of Los Angeles, but it's mostly Hollywood and San Fernando. So that is now the 8th time that we've been to California, which is just edging out New York finally. We got, they're neck and neck. They keep going back and forth. Our next movie has the majority of the movie is in New York, so it's funny how it just keeps going that way.
Yeah. There's only 2 cities in America that movies take place.
Totally. It's funny, like you would think Chicago would be more featured, but it's like I think we've only done 1 Chicago story so far with The Weatherman. Budget versus gross, $350,000 budget. And I think they used that very well. Martha Coolidge, she definitely, this could have been her one bite at the apple, and she made the most of it by kind of exploiting the exploiters. She was able to make an actual good movie out of, $350,000. And it made $17.3 million. So this, I definitely would say this was a hit, like a big hit. Grand total, that brings us up to $675.6 million budget with a $1.430 billion gross.
Damn.
On our top grossing films, this is also kind of in the middle. Just under The Weatherman, which made $19 million, and then everything else above that made almost $30 all the way up. So this made more than Bringing Out the Dead and Bad Lieutenant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was 1983 money. So
right.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say it's more impressive since it is back in the 80s,
Yeah.
17.3 million in the 80s. pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean, I don't know what that would factor out to.
Let's see. 50 million is what it would. 50 and a half is what it would equate to today.
Oh, okay.
So
if you factor out that budget, so the budget was maybe like 2 million and it made 60. So that's still an insane recoup on that money. Mm-hmm. Ratings, this was R, which it was actually kind of hard to get an R, it seemed like back then. Like everything got a frickin' PG. Even when there's breasts and cursing, it seemed like it got a PG. But yeah, hard R just because of the nudity and the cursing, I believe. So that's 12 R rateds now. So our R ratings have way outpaced any of the other ratings, which leads us to the kill tracker.
Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I was not expecting this. He had over 100 kills in this film. I'm just joking. Nah, as you can imagine, no kills. So we're still sitting at 71. And he did not die. So still 9 deaths. And no resurrections, obviously.
It's a light
80s,
load on this one.
Yeah, 80s teen comedy. So